my pleasure to have on Sarah Barrios from Torrington. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
I might add on your 21st birthday.
Thank you.
So thank you for being here.
No problem.
You're a singer-songwriter,
I am.
as we pointed out, from Torrington. You started singing and writing when?
When I was about 13 years old.
Okay, so we're doing the math, 7, 8 years ago. What did you start playing when you were a kid?
To be honest, I played a lot of the contemporary pop music. When I was younger, I kind of only in my head thought that the only music that was out there that I could discover was whatever was on the radio. So I played a lot of contemporary pop. I played a lot of Disney Channel music. I was really into Demi Lovato at the time, so I played a lot of that. But I think kind of growing up, I've kind of found the music that I'm more into and kind of the music that is more me and kind of I feel most comfortable in. So I think I kind of played a little bit different music then than I do now.
Music in your family somewhere?
Yeah, everywhere.
Where?
My mom and dad were in a band when they were younger, and I don't think I've ever not been around music since I was born. I remember my dad used to play guitar and sing while we would jump around, and my brothers played music, and so music has always been a consistent thing, I think, as I've grown up. Even now, we still have little jam sessions where we'll all sit down and we'll play.
Who are influences for you?
I think, for writing-wise, I think just kind of anyone and anything. I kind of write about personal experiences and experiences that I've made up, or people that I've seen or I've met, or stories that I've created. And I think musically-wise, it's kind of ever-changing, but I like different styles. I like a little Amy Winehouse, I like a little Lana Del Rey, and a little Melanie Martinez. So I kind of like to incorporate little pieces of different styles and kind of mix them all together.
Who do people describe you as? I mean, do they say that you are Amy Winehouse? Do they say, I mean, where are people putting your voice?
The cool thing is that people seem to put it in a lot of different categories. I found that it's very subjective to the person who's listening to it. Some people will say that I sound very indie, some will say that I sound really folky, and some will say that it sounds, you know, more Amy Winehouse or more this or that. But I think the cool thing is that nobody can really say, oh, you sound just like this person or just like this person. So that kind of makes me feel good as an individual to kind of show that I'm a little bit different and I'm not necessarily sounding exactly like somebody else.
You describe your music as pop with an indie blues twist. Now you're just 21. That's pretty mature music.
Yeah, it is. I've kind of slowly changed it up a little bit. I think I've noticed in my head, I think as a writer, I've written some pop music and it's fun and it's playful, but I think for me, songs that have a lot of meaning and a lot of description, and they can be happy songs as well, but I think it's important to kind of give a message or at least tell a story with the songs, and I always want to express that through my songs.
Do you remember at 13 fiddling around, and what did you start playing?
Just your basic chords. I did like a G and a D and I think a C, and an E minor was always, I don't know why I learned an E minor, which is more of a bluesier chord than an E, a long time before I learned a regular E, which I'm not quite sure why, but I've always gravitated toward that one. So that I feel like that was kind of the little start of that little blues feel. Do
you remember the first song you wrote?
I do. I don't remember how it goes, but I do remember I sat down and I was like, I'm going to write a song today, and it's going to be the first one. And I remember it was about a boy
I would think that was so scary. Oh, okay, so the Taylor Swift thing,
yeah, exactly.
I
was actually watching, I had accidentally watched a bio on her. Our clicker wasn't working, and it was on the bio channel, and it ended up being about Taylor Swift and how she wrote a song at 13. And I was like, oh, well, I'm 13. Maybe I can do that too. And so I sat down and I wrote my first song, and it was about a boy that I liked at school, and we were friends, and he didn't notice me, and so I wrote a song about it.
Does he know you wrote it? Did you tell him?
I don't know if I did. That clearly shows how long-lasting that wasn't. I don't think he did, but I think that was kind of the first start where I was like, oh, you know, I can tell a story. This is kind of like a little book for somebody to read, and I thought that was really, really cool.
When did somebody say to you, you really have talent? Something might happen here. Do you remember that?
I don't really know. I mean, I feel like, I don't know. I mean, I've had people compliment my singing, but I've just taken it as kind compliments. But I've never really heard somebody say it and then in my head been like, oh, okay, well then if they said it, then it means, I think it's more of
You're
a
true
thing.
to yourself.
Yeah, I think it's more of a thing for me is that I kind of realized going through that I liked doing what I'm doing and that I could actually possibly have a career in this. So I think once I realized that, that was kind of the kickstart for everything else.
Sarah, there are some accolades coming your way now. Let's just name them off. Go ahead and brag about yourself. What's happening to you musically?
I was nominated for a New England Music Award for Best Female Performer of the Year, which is really, really great. And I had won Best New Act of the Year last year, which is really, really great that I got. I was honored to be nominated again, which is great.
So what is this telling you?
That people like something I'm doing. I think it's nice to kind of know that people, not just in Connecticut, but kind of around the area, are enjoying something that I'm doing, whether it be the music or what I talk about or things that I'm interested in. They seem to be interested in what I'm doing, which I think is really, really great. That shows that I'm doing something right, which is good.
We're going to hear a song at the very end, but give me a few bars of some songs that you have written after age 13 that you can remember. You know, maybe at 20, 18.
Let's see. I wrote a love song, which I don't really do a lot of like really lighthearted love songs, but I wrote a love song on Valentine's Day, and it was called Overdrive, and it was the idea of being so madly in love with somebody that they just kind of kick-started your heart into overdrive. So I guess I can play the like first verse of that. Let's see. I'm never the girl writing love songs, never the one who's up all night long, head over heels for someone, and I'm usually the girl who says I'm not lying. I'm sleeping alongside this guy named Ryan, who is my pillow pet, not a guy. Somehow you caught my eye and threw my heart into overdrive.
That's very cute.
Thank you.
To hear a song on the radio, and what is the end game here? To hear that, or to just play live music wherever you can? I mean, you're 21, 25, where are you?
I think I'm I don't really know. I think my goal for myself, is to just continue to play out. Hopefully by then I'll have a record deal. That's kind of where I'm aiming for. And then, I mean, I'm just looking to do as much as I can in the music industry. So whether that be, if that means that I get a song on the radio, great. If that means that I end up touring the world, that's even better. But playing music is something that I've always wanted to do. So, you know, world domination would be great. But, you know, if that doesn't happen, then that doesn't happen.
Voice training, have you had some, or is this natural?
I haven't had voice training. I think I've taken one vocal lesson as of recent, but up until now I've had no training whatsoever in anything musical for this.
Do you worry about breath control?
Definitely. That was kind of the main reason why I actually got the first vocal lesson that I took, was more for breathing, because I like the style that I sing in and I like the tone that I sing in, and a lot of the times I didn't want to take vocal lessons because I was afraid that the person was going to change that in a way, because there are certain things that you need to do when you sing, like opening your mouth a certain way. And I was afraid that doing certain things like that would change the sound of my voice. But I've learned that it's not really like that. And it's more of just learning to breathe, and it's learning to kind of control your instrument, because, you know, this is what I'm using continuously every single day. And I talk all the time and I sing all the time, so that can wear and tear on your voice. Exactly, exactly. It's like a little child. So I think it's important for me now is just kind of learning how to take care of that, which is good.
When you're singing, do you go to a place, when you're on stage, where does the singer go? Where do you go?
I think first I kind of go to the crowd, I think first, and I kind of pick up on their emotions in reaction to, like, as they start the song, kind of seeing their reaction to the song. And just I kind of pull from their energy a little bit, just to kind of, everybody's got different energy in the room, so it's nice to kind of get a mix of that. And then I just kind of go inside myself and really pull from the emotion that I've written the song about, whether it be about myself or not. I think is important, as long as you are emotional and you really know the song, that you're singing it, and that it portrays that way.
Do you worry about signing with a big label, or do you just want to go with an indie, or are you going to develop your own label? There's so many ways to go now in the music industry, because in many ways it's very broken. So that also means there are avenues all over the place.
Exactly. I think for me, I would want to sign with a bigger label. There are some risks, I think, with any type of signing, just because you have no idea how it could work. You know, you could sign with a big label and it could work out great. You could sign with an indie label and it could not work out, or it could be vice versa. So I think for me, I would want a bigger label, but, you know, obviously I think everyone kind of worries about, you know, what if they change you, or what if they tell you you have to be.
When you sign with a big label, they're going to make you a certain way. So you either push back against that, or you go that way, and you don't want to be somebody else. You want to be Sarah.
I think that that's kind of something that I've, over time, been very, very adamant about, is about being yourself. And I preach that about my music, but also to everybody else. I feel like it's important. There's nobody newer than you, and that's such an important thing to remember, is that you don't have to try to be unique. That's just who you are. You are unique just by living and being yourself. So I think in like context with the record label, I think that there's little changes that can be made that can help further a career, but if it feels like, for me, if it feels like that they're trying to change who I am as a person.
Even if they said you're going to be a big star, if you let us change you.
I feel like it wouldn't be as fun, though. You know, if they change who you are as a person, you're kind of living somebody else's life, and then after that whole run and you sit in your apartment when you're 83 and you're like, what did I do? I have no idea who I am. Then you start living with, you know, a short amount of time, and I think for now, you only get this one life, so I feel like I should live it to the best of my ability.
You're wise beyond your years.
Thank you.
Let's say you don't become a huge star. Does the music continue? Is there a fallback for Sarah?
I think for me, music has always been an important thing. I think if music doesn't work out in the way that I would like it to, music will still be important to me. I will still play out. I think for me, I've always liked writing, so I'd probably go into something with journalism or some sort of artist type thing. I'm a big writer, so probably that. And I like tea, so I'd probably own a tea shop.
I love the combination, and you could play in the tea house.
Exactly.
Now you're going to play us out, and you're going to play a song called Ray-Bans. Tell me about this song.
This song was written, the emotion from it was written after a breakup with a guy that I had dated. Not the nicest.
And does he know?
He should. If he doesn't by now, then he hasn't figured that out yet. But he just didn't make the wisest decisions, and there was a lot of ego in it. And so that kind of idea and his ego and his energy and that idea kind of created this character for me. It was this guy who walked into the room with his sunglasses on, and Ray-Bans to me was just like he had a lot of money. He walked into the room with his sunglasses on and thinking that just like taking a look at a girl and she'll immediately fall in love with him, and that's not how it works ever. So I decided to write a song. So
and the whole world's going to know about it now.
The whole world's going to know.
Sarah Barrios, thank you so much
for
being on.
Thank you for having me.
Play us out.
Thank you. Behind your shade, never show your identity. Ooh, how cliche, you're so mysterious. Is that your game? You get all the girls without saying your name, but you think I'm simple, innocent, and sweet. Like I got a sign that says, please use me, but here's a secret that you may not know. It'll help in the future if you stop. Hey, hey, 'cause swag don't pay the bills. You got your head in the clouds, you made a fool You think you know what is right for me as you offer up yourself, but I say no, oh, 'cause swag don't pay the bills. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, ribbons, you walk quick and smooth, like a thief ready to make his move. Yes, smile brightly, blue white teeth in the hair, like a prince from a fairy tale. But you think I'm simple, innocent and sweet, like I'm on my knees praying, please love me. But it's a secret that you may not know. It'll help in the future if you stop. Hey, hey, 'cause swag don't pay the bills. You got your head in the clouds, you made a fool of this town. You think you know what is right for me as you offer up yourself, but I say no, oh, 'cause swag don't pay the bills. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, I'm sitting here a normal girl. I'm waiting for my time to take on the world. I'm waiting for my Prince Charming to come along. But I know I'm wrong, and the fairy tales, the villains, the bad guy, dark eyes and capes in the high towers always know who to turn and run from. But it's not that way in life. The villain's the one who is perfect, blue eyes who tells you you're worth it. Never know who it's gonna be. So we've been stay away from me. Oh, 'cause swag don't pay the bills. You got your head in the clouds, you made a fool of this town. You think you know what is right for me as you offer up yourself, but I say no, oh, 'cause swag don't pay the bills. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, 'cause swag won't pay the bills.
Pursuits when we'll listen. Who is this girl? Spend all night kissing, and if Walter's right here, then who else is missing? Got a little sidetracked if I'm so wishing I could find the keys to the door, but it's also a metaphor. Need to keep locked in the grocery store of my mind, just to save time. Skip right ahead to the last ride. The harder we look, the less we can see. Don't you know, you know, you